bread. It's everywhere. From the soft, pillowy loaves in our sandwiches to the crispy, golden crusts of artisanal sourdough, this humble food has shaped human civilization for thousands of years. But how do we get from wild grains to the fluffy loaves we love today? And what's the science behind that perfect rise? Well, grab a slice, because we're diving into the history and science of bread. Let's go back, way back. Over 14,000 years ago, before farming even existed, our ancestors in the Middle East were already making a primitive form of bread. Archaeologists found charred crumbs in ancient fireplaces, proving that wild grains were ground, mixed with water, and baked on hot stones. But the real bread revolution came around 10,000 years ago, when humans started farming wheat and barley. In ancient Egypt, around 3000 BCE, something magical happened: fermentation. The Egyptians discovered that leaving dough out allowed wild yeast to make it rise, creating the first leavened bread. And they took it seriously, so seriously that bread was often used as currency. That's right, workers who built the pyramids were literally paid in bread and beer. Now that's my kind of paycheck. From Egypt, bread spread across the world. The Greeks refined baking techniques, adding olive oil and honey to their dough. The Romans took it further, building public bakeries and inventing the first mechanical dough mixer. By the Middle Ages, bread was a staple in Europe, and it was often classified by class: white bread for the wealthy, coarse rye and barley for the poor. In some places, bread even had religious significance. In Christianity, bread represents the body of Christ. In Judaism, challah is a key part of the Sabbath meal. In Islam, bread is considered a gift from God, never to be wasted. Across cultures, bread has always been more than just food. It's a symbol of life itself. All right, let's talk science. What actually happens when we bake bread? The secret lies in three key ingredients: flour, water, and yeast. When flour mixes with water, it forms gluten, a stretchy protein network that gives bread its structure. And yeast? That's where the magic happens. Yeast is a tiny microorganism that eats sugars and releases carbon dioxide. This gas gets trapped in the dough, making it expand and rise. And when it hits the oven, the heat causes those air pockets to expand even more, creating that fluffy texture we all love. But the crust? That's thanks to the Maillard reaction, a chemical process where heat transforms sugars and proteins into that golden, aromatic perfection. But what about sourdough? That's where wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria come in. Instead of using commercial yeast, sourdough bread relies on a fermented starter that takes days to develop. The result? A tangy, complex flavor and a longer shelf life. No preservatives needed. Today, bread is more diverse than ever. From French baguettes to Indian naan, from fluffy Japanese milk bread to dense German pumpernickel, there's a bread for every culture. And with innovations like gluten-free and lab-grown bread, who knows what the future holds? But not all bread is created equal. The Industrial Revolution led to mass-produced white bread, which is often stripped of nutrients. That's why in recent years, there's been a resurgence of artisan and whole-grain breads. People are rediscovering the rich flavors and health benefits of traditional bread-making methods. And did you know that bread might even go to space? Scientists are working on ways to bake bread in microgravity, so astronauts can enjoy fresh loaves on long missions. Because let's be honest, space travel is cool, but fresh bread? That's essential. So the next time you bite into a slice of bread, remember, you're tasting 14,000 years of human history and some incredible science. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more fascinating stories. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.